Today we're answering the question, are potatoes bad for you? Potatoes have gotten a bad rap. They are actually one of the most nutritious and filling foods on the entire planet. And that's true even if you're trying to lose weight. I highly recommend listening to episode 46, the number one nutrition principle, and number 47, what food should I eat? Because it really goes into why sometimes a potato might not be healthy. One reason is that you don't physically or emotionally feel good after eating a potato, and those episodes will go more in that. So I use an example of eggs a lot here because, some people think eggs are healthy, some don't. I eat eggs almost daily, and most of my husband's family is highly allergic, or if not reactive, to eggs. So it goes into that it's not a one size fits all kind of answer. The other reason that potatoes might not be good for you is that it's on the highly processed or loaded with things that are highly processed end of that continuum that we talk about in the episode. So let me kind of talk you through that continuum from a minimally processed to a highly processed potato. So at the very, very minimally processed, because I don't think we tend to eat them raw, I do know a few people, is a potato can be boiled, next would be roasted, next is baked, add some olive oil and herbs, topped with salt, topped with a pat of butter. Now we're starting to get into yellow, at least for me, with a dollop of sour cream. I probably wouldn't put cheese as a yellow for me, but some people might. Sprinkled with bacon. I probably wouldn't put that as a yellow for me either. I don't know. That's probably a sometimes food. If I eat bacon daily, I probably don't feel good. And then moving into that real processed side, it's mashed with lots of cream and butter. At least those are real things in my opinion. Completely loaded with bacon, cheese, sour cream. And these are still fine every once in a while. Then we move into, in my opinion, probably what we're trying to avoid is fried. So why not, just try them in the air fryer, and then chips. And you can also make homemade chips in your air fryer. That's going to help put it from red over to yellow or green. And guys, that's still fine every once in a while. But calling out potatoes for being fattening is kind of saying, creamed spinach is fattening because of the spinach. Does that make sense? So here's the thing. When we add a lot of unhealthy fats and salt to a potato, it's hard to stop eating it. So where before, if we just boiled one potato chopped up and maybe put a tiny bit of salt, but maybe even just like olive oil and Italian seasoning without salt, it would, balance a meal. But once we do that loaded baked potato, you're like, this is the best thing ever. I love loaded baked potatoes. And so maybe it's just hard to stop eating it. But potatoes are seriously, seriously good for you. White potatoes, even white potatoes, are packed with nutrients. They're rich in B6, potassium, vitamin C, and a host of other vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals. And nutritionally speaking, white potatoes are right on par with sweet potatoes. Okay, so sweet potatoes have more vitamin A, but otherwise it is a virtual tie between the health and nutrition value of a white potato and a sweet potato. But you don't hear that too often. And then the last thing is the carbs in potatoes are mostly resistant starch and fiber, which helps us feel full and it supports gut health. So please feel free to enjoy potatoes as a part of a health-conscious diet. Every time in my past when I gave up potatoes, it was like all I could think about was potatoes. And I don't even eat them weekly. But as soon as I told myself, you can't have potatoes, it was like all I could think about was potatoes. If you love potatoes, there is no need to put them on your don't eat list. That could leave you feeling deprived and restricted. And those two things are not a part of an effective nutrition plan. So please subscribe or follow. Check out everything underneath in the show notes, and I'll have some goodies for you. I will see you next time.